ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक् प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ओम शांति शांति शांति।
Mahopanisad, chapter 5, verse mantra 167. This samsara, samsaradambara, show of samsara is like a treasure of the snakes in the form of desires. This entire samsara jagat is what? Asad, false in nature. Appearance is there, but it is not truly there. So therefore what you do is, be the sakshi of it. Or you focus your attention on its adhisthana, the basis. Continue. 167.
गंधर्वनगरस्यार्थे भूषिते तथा अविद्यांशे सुतादौ वा क्रमः सुख दुःखयोः।
Tatha, not tatha, take this way. Bhushite abhushite Gandharva Nagarasyarthe Tatha Avidyavshe Sutadau Va Sukha Dukkhayoho Kahtramaha. We'll add other word Yatha. Yatha Gandharva Nagarasyarthe Yatha Bhushite Abhushite Gandharva Nagarasyarthe. Continue Tatha, rest as it is, as told earlier. Just see, you are seeing a Gandharva Nagara, a city of clouds. Now, it depends on the patterns that there happen to be and your imaginative skill. At times, you may see to be huge city with all decorations, or you may see it without any decoration. There is no occasion for you to be happy when it is with the decoration, and no occasion to be sorrowful when it has no decoration. The city, the city of the clouds, Gandharva Nagar itself is small, decorations and no decorations are also themselves false. They need not create joys and sorrows with you. Like that, in life, many things we consider as the joys of sorrow, the source of joy. Many things we consider the source of joy. There are other things we consider the source of sorrow. They are nothing, just like decoration or no decoration, Jandharanagar. There is no occasion to be joyous or sorrowful. That is what he says. Tatha, in the same manner. Avidyashe sutadauva. In the son, wealth, husband, wife, friends, parents, like this. Which all of them are avidyasha, who are the products of avidya. In that avidyashe sutadav, in all this son, etc. Kaha krama sukha dukkhayo. With the krama order in the sense occasion. Where is the occasion to be happy or sorrowful? There was but false in nature. Truly not there. Avidya. Avidya, ignorance of oneself is a false, and all the product of Jagat is false, which includes all things that you think, objects and beings which you consider desirable and undesirable. So there, really speaking, there is no occasion to be happy or sorrowful on account of this. If at all we do that, because of our avidya only, ignorance only. Same things further explained now. Continue.
धनदारेषु वृद्धेषु दुःखयुक्तं न तुष्टता क्रुद्धायां मोहमायायां कः समाश्वासवान्यः
Dhanadareshu vruddheshu dukkham yuktam tushtatana mohamayayam vruddhayam yah kaha samashvasavan kaha samashvasavan dhanadareshu vruddheshu. Your vruddha is not old, grown. When these are grown, is a phrase. Dhana, wealth, dara, wife. Means when these objects and beings which we consider as the source of joy, they are grown, means what? You have them in abundance. What is our reaction? Are we happy or sorrowful? Of course, we are happy. It says the wrong thing. Dhanadari vruddheshu dukkham yuktam. You should be sorrowful. Tushtatana. Don't be happy about that. Don't. When the things of your desire you get in abundance, generally we are happy, no? He said no. Say, you should not tushtata. You should not be happy. What? Dukkham yuktam. Means you should be cautious now. You should have sorrow. Why? How can he justify that? Mohamayayam vruddhaya. Look, the sample of Dhanadara, the objects, beings, and events of our choice, our liking, are all products of Maya only, avidya only. When avidya ramifies, should you be happy or sorrowful? Be cautious. you are bound to get subjected to sorrow. Therefore, don't exult in all these things. Mohamayayam vruddhaya. See, when the Mohamaya, the Maya which dilutes that, becomes what? Vruddha means deep and intense. Here in this word, kaha samashvasavan. Who can have sukha shanti? When avidya or maya is deep and intense in its effect, who can hope to be happy in this world? Certainly not. So therefore be cautious. Dhanadareshu vruddheshu means growth of object, beings and events of my desire should not be our goal. Instead, our effort must be to inquire and discover what our Swarupa is. Next one.
यैरेव जायते रागः मूर्खस्याधिकतां गतैः तैरेव भागै प्राज्ञस्य विराग उपजायते.
On account of whatever an ignorant person develops asakti, preeti for Vishaya, same thing inculcate vairagya in the mind of a viveki. Is yaihi eva adhikatam gataihi मूर्खस्य रागः जायते. तैः भोगैः एव प्राज्ञस्य विरागः उपजायते. यैः भोगैः, by those which are bhogas, sense pleasures, vishaya bhoga, the sense pleasures, adhikatam grataihi, adhikatam praptaihi, when they grow, what happens? Murkhasya ragaha jayate. A murkha means aviveki, one who lacks proper discrimination. For him, what happens? Ragaha jayate. Raga, asakti, preeti, love for sense pleasure is born. It goes on growing. More you indulge your sense pleasure, more desire. More indulging, more your concept of reality of the world increases. Vishaya bhoga, it induces two things. We have already the identification of the body. We have already the wrong notion that Jagat is real. Vishaya bhoga intensifies these both. Sense pleasures intensify the notion that I am the body, the Jagat is real. So long as these two notions are there, deeply rooted in ourselves, Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana, knowledge of real nature is very difficult to get. See, now listen. This is why Shastra gives this Viveka Vairagya as an antidote for the, in the therapy is what you call as what is that? Restricted diet, pathya. Restricted diet, like a pathya. These should be avoided. See, medicine is there, but for medicine to function properly, you have to avoid few things. It's called restricted diet, otherwise it's called pathya in Ayurveda or other languages also. So, if Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana has to be intensified, pathya is what? Vishaya Bhoga. If you indulge more and more in Vishaya Bhoga, your identification in the body increases, your notion that the Jagat is real becomes more and more deeply rooted, which is an obstruction in gaining the Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana. So therefore, Yaihi eva, Yaihi bhogaihi, adhikatam gataihi, when we are intensified, more and more are gained, praptaihi, adhikatam prapte, when more and more of them are gained. Murkhasya, avivekinaha, raga aa jayate. There's already raga, priti for them, it becomes intensified. Whereas, taihi bhogaihi eva, by verily those sense pleasures, pradnyasya viraga upajayate. The viveki what develops vairagya. Oh, I have to be very careful with this. Because of this, my bhavaroga, disease of samsara, what increases with leaps and bounds. It intensifies my identity with the body. It makes me believe that the Jagat is real. So I have to be cautious about that. It develops vairagya. He becomes indifferent. See, this indifference is not because by some force, because of discovery of the limited nature of these bhogas and their inherent property. Therefore, Nidaga, better you have this attitude when you interact with the world. Continue.
अतो निदाघ तत्त्वज्ञः व्यवहारेषु संश्रुतेः नष्टं नष्टमुपेक्षस्व प्राप्तं प्राप्तमुपाहर.
Not tattvajna, vocative, tattvajna. Tattvajna, nidagha, both vocative. Sambodhana. Ataha, संश्रुतेः व्यवहारेषु. Add vidivashat. Nashtam, nashtam upekshasva. Praptam, praptam upahara. Tattvajna. Oh, Jnani, because Nidaga has now no more the earlier one. He has got the knowledge now. Means, still photo finish is required, but almost the verge of gaining knowledge or already got the knowledge. Nishtha may be required. Tattvajna. See, even a Jnani will take delight in the Shastras. Because why? It reminds him of his vision. See, in a copper vessel, copper pot, you fill with the water. But generally what is done to keep it cool. Nowadays all refrigerators are there. Olden days, they used to wrap it with a wet cloth. Because of which what happens? The water remains cool. Like that, The knowledge they already got, with exposure to this again and again, it remains fresh, means it helps to gain more and more nishtha in that. That knowledge becomes more and more well rooted, deep rooted. So therefore, Tattvajna Nidaga Ataha, therefore what? Samsrutehe Vyavahareshu. In the Vyavahara of Samsara, you are dealing with the world, what you do? Vidhivasha, by your prarabdha. Nashtam upekshasva. Nashtam means destroyed, but it means lost. Whatever you lose, all that you have lost, what? Upekshasva. Just neglect them. Just be indifferent toward them. Generally, what is our habit? All that we lose, we constantly go on meditating on them. I lost that, I lost. Lost. That is what was to happen. It's not meant for me. That is my prarabdha. Of course, this for a viveki, vairagi, mumukshu. This instruction is for a mumukshu. Whereas, praptam upahara. Whatever you come across, you get unasked on its own. Accept it. Don't run after the lost. Don't reject what you come across. All guided by what? Prarabdha. Prarabdham pushyati vapuhu. That's why the case of Jnani, his body is protected by prarabdha. Food, etc., that he needs, prarabdha provides. So he is not much involved in the procuring, etc., like earn and get it all. So prarabdha takes care of it. Because it is not Ishvara's loss. It is Ishvara's duties. They said like that, no? In the Kannada, there is a saying. The God who has given you the birth, will he make you graze the grass? Means in the sense, he will definitely provide you with the means. Of course, in the case of ignorant person, effort is necessary. In the case of Jnani, no effort, but he takes no effort in the sense what? He has now no time to take to this, because he is totally preoccupied in his this absorption, the Sarupa, or if not a Jnani, his pursuit of gain the knowledge. He has no much time for this. A little bhiksha here he has to go and say, and whatever he gets, he has to be content by. That is what is as per prarabdha for him. This is not meant for grihasthas. Grihasthas have to earn a decent livelihood for a decent and dignified living. A grihastha cannot and should not depend on others. This is for mumukshus who have given up all this pursuit and have said that what? Totally dedicated to this pursuit of gaining the knowledge. For them, this is the instruction, because so long as the body is there, you may be a viveka vairagya, you may be a what? Vividisha sannyasi, or whatever sannyasi may be there. but minimum bodily needs are there. You can't survive without that. So in that case, whatever lost according to prarabdha, don't think of it. Whatever that comes across to you, do take and be happy, content. So that your mind is not preoccupied in these paltry gains. It can take to higher things in terms of vichara, nididhyasana, like praptam, praptam, upasana. Continue.
अनागतानां भोगानाम् अवाञ्छनमकृत्रिमम् आगतानां च संभोग इति पंडितलक्षणम्.
Anagatanam bhoganam akritrimam avanchanam agatanam cha. You can add bhoganam sambhogaha iti pandita lakshanam. Iti, what is that? Pandita lakshanam. This is the lakshana feature of a pandita. I think better we take who is pandita. According to who is pandita, according to our this thing, a scholarly person. But it is good for cook also. Pandit. In Maharashtra, the cook also is called Pandit. A scholarly person is called Pandit. But who is real Pandit? A shloka says like this. See, Pandit is one who has got Panda. Again, problem. Moment you say Panda, our mind goes to Prayag and all those things. They follow you to get some puja done from them so that they can earn some. We call Panda. There are also the loose usage. Panda actually means Brahma Vidya. And one who has got Panda, Brahma Vidya is called Pandita. That's why it is, Smriti says, Panda Paramatma Vidyanam Sanjata Yasya Dhimata. Dhiman, Viveki, who has got, what is that? In whom the Paramatma Vijnana, Atma Sakshatkar has taken place. That is Panda. Aparoksha, Brahmadhyana. Aparoksha, Atmadhyana is Panda. Saha Munihi Pandita. That person who has got Panda, this Atmadhyana, Brahmadhyana is what Pandita. Vidwan is a great level, learned person. And Jivan Mukta, he is the one who is Jivan Mukta. Now see, Pandita means Jnani, Jivan Mukta. Why? Panda means Brahmadhyana, Paramatma Vijnana. Vijnana, not simply scholasticity in the Shastra. Vijnana shows Sakshatkar. Atma Sakshatkara, Brahma Sakshatkara has to be there. Then not in the Vijnana. Otherwise there is a bookish knowledge it can. So therefore says Pandita. What is the features of this Pandita? Pandita Lakshanam. Anagatanam bhoganam akratrimam avanchanam. Whatever bhogas he doesn't get, it's what? Avanchanam. Not desiring them. How? Not with effort, etc. Spontaneously. He has not got it, no, he is just spontaneously indifferent toward it. His mind doesn't go there at all. I wanted that, I should have got it, I have not got it. No remorse at all. Not that, that's okay. Whereas Akritrimam means spontaneous, natural. Avanchana means indifference, desirelessness. Whereas agatanam cha sambhoga, whatever prarabdha vashati comes across, sambhoga, he really, I mean, he partakes it. So at time he may be enjoying the hospitality given by a royal person or a king. Other time he may be just eating whatever he gets in the bhiksha. That means what is the bhikshatana. At times he may take something which is what? Thrown also by someone. Don't know, it depends on the prarabdha. You know this who Gajanan Maharaj of Shegaon. He was the Avdhuta. Avdhuta means he was not aware of the body at all. So he was not known at that. Once it happened that in a place, a rich person was celebrating something or some festive occasion was there. And he had invited all the people in his locality. And when well-learned people had come. So that rounds, no, serving rounds 1, 2, 3, that because many people have to serve. First round was over, and all those leaves with the remaining leaves were thrown in the garbage. One or two learned people were returning, at the garbage they saw a person, no clothes in the body, and picking up whatever left out and eating. Being little sattvic people, learned the Shastra. From his face they could make out this person is not an ordinary person. Maybe is looking like that, not a person. They went back and told the host, look, there outside, one Mahatma, he must be certainly Mahatma, not of great order, great level. Please take food in a plate and give him, offer him. For the host immediately what? Served in a plate, this thing, and with all devotion they went and offered. Said he refused to take it. I don't want it. He said, please give me some water. That he asked. He didn't need more. Whatever he had eaten, that's enough for him. So I don't want that. Please give me water. Of course, he brought it water. He drank the water. Since then, they came to know that he is a great Jivan Mukta. Afterward, the people slowly started adoring him and all that. Till then, he was not known at all who he was. Actually, Gajan Maharaj, that means, but one clue is available. Perhaps he was elder brother of Shirdi Sai Baba. Shirdi Sai Baba had elder brother, then a sister. Number 3 was Shirdi Sai Baba. Perhaps Myanmar was his elder brother, because when Gajanan Maharaj left his body, He left his body early morning around 5:30 a.m. Shirdi Sai Baba said, my elder brother has left. Outwardly, he was little disturbed to Shirdi Sai Baba. He called the barber, got the head shaved, and got a coconut, broke it, and mixed the jaggery with the kernel and distributed it. But his statement, Maza motha bhau gela, it was literally so, or a figurative statement, we don't. But it possibly the way that he shaved, etc., gives a clue that, because, of course, Shirdi Saiba's parents are not known to anyone. Leave alone here the brother and a sister. It was disclosed by Satya Sai Baba. Of course, he has not said anything about this connection between Gajan Maharaj and Shirdi Sai Baba. He has not told. But how Shirdi Sai Baba had taken birth in a Brahmin family who was staunch devotee of Shiva. And he was a Hindu. Anyway, just as a context where it came, that's fine. So therefore here, this Jnani has got natural, spontaneous, indifferent toward the things he has not come across, he doesn't get it. And he manages his life because body is there, body has to be kept with whatever that comes to him as per the prarabdha. Prarabdha means which he gets effortlessly, which he gets unasked. Somewhere, when I don't know who, in North India, something is there actually. And Mahatma was there. One day, he could not get anything to eat. Diksha, I could not get. He was not bothered. He was hungry. Night has fallen. And he was resting. He was taking the rest. That's in the wayside somewhere. Two boys dancing, playing, da 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 da. Okay. He was delighted the way they play and they're very attractive. He was looking at it. And they came to him. Baba, have you taken your food? What he can say? It's a boy. Beta nahi. Are you not hungry? I'm hungry. We'll get you food from I will go to my mother and get you food. And they're playing, they went. Within no time, playing, jumping, dancing, they came and gave the food. Now this Mahatma was more interested in these two boys than the food. Something attracting was there in them. God knows who they were. He ate the food and then they played and they disappeared. So like that. Bhagavan takes care of them. This is what Yoga Kshema. A person who is so preoccupied in the pursuit of gaining knowledge, or a person who is so absorbed in this knowledge, he has no time to take to the means of getting the food. At times he may not have the same inclination to go for bhikshatana also. It gets taken care of. Ishvara's job it. So this is what a natural, spontaneous indifference toward the bhogas, required things that have not come across. Whereas agatanam cha sambhoga, partaking the things bhoga. Here bhoga means not enjoyment at a sense pleasure, not sense pleasure. Bare minimum thing required for the upkeep of the body. Partaking, that is what Pandita Lakshanam is the feature of a Pandita, a Jnani. So this being the case, our attitude toward the world must be like this. Continue.
Shuddham sadasatormadhyam padam buddhvavalambya cha sabhayabhyantaram drishyam ma gruhana vimunchama.
Sadasato madhyam shuddham padam buddhva avalambya cha sabhayabhyantaram drishyam ma gruhana ma vimuncha. Sadasatoho madhyam shuddham padam buddhva. Buddhva, having known directly. The pada, the entity, which is sadasadoho madhyam shuddham. Literally, which is in between the existing and non-existing. And yet it is free from all this. Sat asatoho. Sat here is existing entity, asat non-existing entity. Come on, tell me. A thing is not. What is the common for both? Which is in both? The entity that is there in a thing is, entity that there is in the thing that is not. What is it? The entity makes you aware of is and is not Chaitanya. So in between the thing existing and non-existing is what Chaitanya wants, the basis of both, because of which you know both. Madhyam padam, that entity abode, buddhva, having known. Not only that, avalambya, taking resort in that, making the mind get absorbed in that swarupa. Thereafterward, be indifferent towards everything that is told here in these words. Sabhayabhyantaram drishyam. The drishya jagat, outside your body, inside the body, in terms of the thoughts, etc. Ma grihana, don't accept. Ma vimuncha, don't reject. Neither you accept them nor you reject them. Just simply be indifferent. Because so long as you have the body, they will come and go. You can't get totally away from that. Your body also is a Vishaya only, a sense object. So therefore, Prarabdha Vashat, whatever comes and goes, Agate swagatam kuryat gachantam na nivare. It comes, welcome. Goes, let it go. Don't stop it. Means be indifferent. Let not your mind get preoccupied in these things. See, in Adhyatma, mind needs to be withdrawn from its all preoccupation, which we generally indulge in. At times, we indulge in such preoccupied thinking, etc., which is of no use, just habit, just thinking something else, imagining something else, because of past habits. To be very careful, the mumukshu has to be very careful about it. The self-auditing is very important as far as the mumukshu is concerned. Self-introspection is necessary. What is necessary, what is not necessary, one should be very clear about. What needs to be taken to, what needs to be given up, one should be very clear as far as the mumukshu is concerned. Because the mind has to be withdrawn from unnecessary pursuit and redirected toward the pursuit of gaining and getting established in the Swarup. So therefore, the Sadasato Madhyam Shuddham Padam Buddhva, Alambecha, having resorted to, having got absorbed in that. Sabha Bhantaram Drishyam, the Drishya Jagat within, without. Ma Grihana, don't accept. Ma Vimuncha, don't reject. You just simply be indifferent toward it. Now, body is there. Some interaction with the world has to be done. You do, or suppose the status like grahastha, etc. Prarabdha is that he has to lead a grahastha life, like Janaka. He had to rule the kingdom. That's prarabdha. Now, in such cases, where prarabdha vashat one has to take to certain karmas, what should be what is their attitude? The karmas by themselves do not bind. It is the desire for karma phala that binds. So if your prarabdha is such that you have to take to karma, do take them. But be aloof from karma phalas. Continue, 173.
यस्य चेच्छा तथा निच्छा न्यस्य कर्मणि तिष्ठतः न तस्य लिप्यते प्रज्ञा पद्मपत्रमिवाम्बुभिः.
Karmani tishtataha yasya, add karma phale, or take yasya dnyasya, then add karma phale. Yasya dnyasya, add karma phale. Ichhana tatha anichhana tasya prajna na lipyate padma patram ivambubhi padma patram ivambubhi. Karmani tishtata. He is taking to karmas. Prarabdha is such that he has to take certain karmas. But he is who? Yasya Jnasya. A Jnani who is taking to karmas according to Prarabdha. Yasya Jnasya. Karmani tishtata, while doing the karma. Karma phale. As for the results of those actions, Ichhana. He has no desire at all. So also tatha Anichhana. Nor has he got revulsion. Means he is totally indifferent toward the karma phalas. He is doing karmas for certain things. It happens. But he is not at all bothered about the results of action. He doesn't need them. But Prarabdha has made him to take these karmas. So therefore, in the tasya of such person, pradnya, atma jnana, brahma jnana, na lipyate, is not affected by karma phalas. No binding any further. How? Padma patram ambubhi iva. Like the petal or the leaf of lotus plant is not made wet by the water. You see, even if you put water on the leaf of a lotus, it just gets off like pearls, as it were, without making this water leaf wet. So therefore it is unconnected to them totally. So if you have this attitude of total indifference toward the world, rest assured, you are a jnani. Continue.
यदि तेनेन्द्रियार्थश्रीः स्पन्दते हृदि वै द्विज तदा विज्ञातविज्ञेया समुत्तीर्णो भवार्णवात्.
Dvija, yadi indriyartha shri te hridi vai na, you have got spandati. Pathantar is also swadante. Spandati or swadante. Tada add tvam vidyata vidneyaha bhavarnavat samuttirnaha. When this is your disposition, know for certain you have crossed the ocean of samsara. What is it? Dvija, O Nidaga Brahmana. Yadi, in case, means when. Indriyartha Shrihi, the glamour of sense pleasure. Shrihi means wealth. This abundance of self pleasure, the glamour of self pleasure. Shrihi, the wealth of self pleasure, sense pleasure. Shrihi, Indriyarteshu, na Hrudivai, not na. Shrihi, te, your Hrudi in Antakarana mind. Why indeed? Na spandate mean or na swandate means doesn't produce delight. Means when you are not delighted by the sense pleasures, tada, at that time, tvam you vidnyata vidneyaha. You are the person who has known directly what needs to be known. You are the person who has got Atma Sakshatkara, Brahma Sakshatkara. That you are indifferent. Because why? You have nothing to gain out of them, nor anything to lose from them. One may not be able or has nothing to gain, but one may have to, one may come to harm out of that. Neither you are coming to harm, nor you are going to lose anything. You are Purnaha. You are self-sufficient. As far as Swarupa is concerned, Paramanta Swarupa is. Whatever the body, it will be taken care of by the Prarabdha. Maybe for some time, I know no food is meant for you. Maybe that is it. Sometime royal feast may be there. Should vyadisha chikitsaka. Hunger is a thirst, it should be treated. That's all. That's the guidelines given for a mukshu. Don't starve. Don't overfeed. Hunger is a disease, recurring disease. Treat it. When you treat that disease, you don't look into the taste, etc. of the medicine. This to be taken, you take it. That's a finish, end of it. So like this. See, then you can certainly the person vidnyata vidneya. Also the phrase is that jnata jneya. The one who has known what needs to be known. Having been born as the human being, the only thing that needs to be known is myself, my real nature, which automatically includes the real nature of Ishvara and Jagat. Because the real nature of Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara is one and the same Atma Tattva, Brahma Tattva, Paramatma Tattva, Ishvara Tattva, in short, Chaitanya. Today, even though it is our Swarupa, even though we cannot be away from it for even for a moment, some obstruction is denying our Swarupa from us. As a result, we are running after the world to get some joy here and there. All the time being ourselves, Paramananda Swarupa. This statement may sound something as strange, but that is the truth. We have to discover and own it up. Our Swarupa, Paramananda Swarupa. We'll continue.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः।